Hello, I'm jashykins,
I'm revrezner.
and today we're going to be giving a little mini review of the latest Fringe episode, Nothing as It Seems.
Yeah, it rocked.
Yeah, we got a old case re revisited, told in a different way, different things happen.
Everything was slightly different, but slightly the same.
Yeah, there was the whole crazy creature thing.
It was a revisit of season 1 episode where Olivia's old partner was impregnated by the porcupine creature. But in the episode in the original season, the airplane crashed. This one began by the airplane landed, and this time uh, killed a bunch of TSA agents.
They deserve to die.
Yeah. They didn't get to the rectal examination, though.
That's probably a good thing. Yeah, and then we got a new, I think, sort of enemy that's a cult that believes in genetically mutating people to create a better race.
Well, this time a different person is manufacturing the genetic mutations, and at the end of the episode, you saw uh, the mutations were being held in a large warehouse full of other mutations, which are all going to come together, and I'm sure in a different episode. So, but it was a very interesting episode. Olivia, whose memory is not quite all matching together, and she's not an agent in this episode. She's on suspension. Uh, can't keep her hands out of the case because she remembers everything and Peter doesn't. So Lincoln is in charge, and well, he doesn't do a good job of it.
Well, that's basically because, Olivia is basically, I have the pussy, I can.
Well, vaginas rule, penises follow.
Exactly. And I like in this episode that the whole thing, but love triangle isn't just thrown away. And that's, isn't it? And the love triangle isn't thrown away. Olivia and Peter are together, but still Lincoln Lee is still there, is still reacting.
You notice that Lee is usually standing behind the two of them in a triangle shape, I noticed, which is interesting. We're a love triangle. Gone wrong.
So during breakfast today, you talked about that you think Lincoln Lee might betray the group.
I don't know. I think maybe he might betray Peter, maybe. I don't know. I don't think he'd mind seeing Peter get his ass kicked or die, leave the group. But then again, nobody else knows that Peter's in the correct universe except Peter.
Yeah, the last week's episode that I didn't get a chance to review. Yeah, Peter finds out he's in the correct universe, and that's why he finally allows himself to fall in love with Olivia to continue the relationship. And that's Sheldon. Hey, Sheldon, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a pretty well done episode. Last week's episode was more about furthering the Peter storyline of getting back to the universe, and now it's back to just this regular universe.
Mm-hmm. Well, last week it solved a lot of the what do you call it, the baldy guys, uh,
Observers.
observers. A lot of information on the observers in November and
Then it was September.
September. My God, I'm on drugs. And he rescued September from the wherever the hell they took him.
I think like another universe, they blocked him out of.
Yeah, they kind of put him in purgatory or something. But I brought him back and let him to see the galaxy again. And for that, he told him that he's always been in the real galaxy, and he didn't know why nobody could remember him, but gave him his theory, which seemed to be a pretty good theory. But uh, so and Olivia decided that she still does. I don't think she still knows that Peter's been in this same in the proper universe the whole time. So she just thinks that she's let whatever's been happening to her take over, and that she's just accumulated the memories from the other Olivia. She doesn't know she is the other Olivia. So, but it's an interesting turn of events. So, but it was an interesting little comment when Nina said to Olivia, "I thought you weren't working this case," and she says, "Well, I'm not. I'm just here." She says, "I guess all versions of you are stubborn." I thought that was a pretty interesting little comment, meaning that she's still trying to make comments. I know you. I think she told her to make sure that no matter what, to have a relationship with her. So it'll be interesting to see how she tries to do that, and if Olivia takes the bait. So.
Walter was as amusing as ever. He made a peanut butter and bacon sandwich, which actually turned up into a plot point when Lincoln Lee started to only eat the bacon.
Yeah.
And he didn't like pork.
Yeah, it turned out that the beast, the porcupine-type beast, needs fat to exist, and bacon has a high content of fat in it, so it led them to look towards plastic surgery clinics for liposuction leftovers. And I eat a lot of that, of course. That's how I get this way. So that's how they found their bad guy. Yeah.
And Walter does some crazy stuff in the episodes. He made like a Lincoln Lee a sort of mixture and says, "Oh, I brought in something to take away from the flavor." And Lincoln Lee, like, it didn't work.
Yeah, he made a concoction of stuff that was supposed to help kill off the creature growing inside of him, and wheatgrass and all kinds of other crap. And then at the end, he says, "I added mint to it to kill the aftertaste." And Lincoln chugs it and he goes, "Didn't work." So, interesting thing is that Walter had a box that he blew dust off of, that he had a present for every year of Peter's birthday that he's missed. And he brought him out, and he even had a beer bottle with a little bow on top, and he says, "I don't suggest drinking that."
I would have totally drank it.
You would have died.
And you would have been happy.
Yes. But later on you see Walter opening it, and Peter and him both playing with some of the toys and all that. But it was an interesting plot.
Yeah, it went on through the whole episode.
But Peter was so excited to see the gifts that he came up to Walter, and he just gave him a big hug. Because now Peter knows that he's in the right universe, so he knows that it's his father and all that. But Walter still doesn't know.
So that was this week's episode, Nothing As It Seems. And for those wondering what the glyphs spell out, they spell out future. Okay. This is the retard we haven't named yet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was this week's episode, Nothing As It Seems. From the preview for next week's episode, it seems that, well, both universes will get involved trying to fight off whatever. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. And until next video, goodbye.